So this is Prison Island. So there's three main things I wanted to show you guys today. And the first are the birds. We really wanted to figure out a way to make this seem more lifelike than the original game. And we figured what better way to make it seem lifelike than by putting life into it. So we're planning on adding a handful of animals, starting with these birds. And then the rest will probably be on other islands, like Jungle Island and that sort of thing. And they'll all be based mostly on the pictograms that you find in the tape book room. Because that's pretty much the best source material we have for that sort of thing. They're pretty cool. And then the second feature is the water.
That was a starfish.
Oh yeah, it's a starfish too. There's another one around here somewhere. So the water is totally redone since last year, and you can't see it that well on the wall, but it looks great in the video feed. And it's got real-time reflections and realistic refraction, and it's got depth fog, waves, and shore detection, and all sorts of cool stuff like that. So you can really tweak the hell out of it and make it look very much like what was in the original game, which is the goal. So yeah. And the third feature, which is the main thing that we've been working on, is the sky. So we figured the sky is pretty much visible from everywhere in the whole game. Like anywhere you are, you can pretty much see the sky through a window, through a crack in the wall, whatever. So it's really important that we get the sky to look just right. And with that in mind, we built our own system from the ground up, specifically for this purpose, to match the look of the ribbon sky and then surpass it. So what we have here is the sky as you see it in ribbon. It's just about noon, it's a clear day, there's no wind, it's just a nice sunny day. But we can go ahead and add a little bit of wind here, and the clouds start drifting. Which is quite nice. And that already looks more realistic. The original ribbon was very static in that respect, because of necessity.
And they're morphing, or as they're moving along.
Yeah, the clouds drift along, it's very nice. Yeah, sorry about that. And the other aspect of this, which is different from it, is that our our sun is actually not stationary. It's just moving in real time, so you can't really tell that it's moving. But if we were to sit here for 12 hours, it would be around midnight, and the stars would be out, and it would be beautiful. But we don't have that kind of time, so I'm going to speed up the sun a little bit. So now it's moving about 600 times faster, and you can actually see it move, which is nice. Shadows will start to drift. And it hangs for a second. And again, you can't really see it that well yet, but clouds have started to color themselves as the sun starts to set. And you get a very beautiful sunset. As it dips below the horizon, it jumps a little bit, but the stars come out, there's a nice little moon behind the clouds right now. And, again, it's difficult because it's so dark on the screen. Actually, can the lights go down anymore?
Yeah, there's a slider over on the...
Move the slider.
Try doing the slider.
So, it's nighttime, but we feel that it's very important that you can still play the game when it's nighttime. So we've done little things like added lights along the walkway to help you see where you're going. And there's some highlights on the prison, which you can't see that well if you're there. And we flipped on the lights on the dome, so you can still see it spinning.
Are you moving this in real time?
Yeah, I'm actually playing this right now.
Is that a moon I thought I saw up?
There is a moon, yeah. Yeah, the moon provides just like a general layer of light for where there aren't lamps, so we can't just add lamps.
Question on the moon. Does it have phases or?
This version does not, but there will be phases, yes. And you can see, if you look back at the horizon, the sun is starting to rise. And when it gets high enough, you see the lights flip off automatically. Yes. You can watch the light play along the island, which is quite beautiful. Yeah.
So the sound or the I guess music, is that from rhythm? No.
Yeah. So right now, all of our sound effects, all of our music files are being ripped directly from the game. So they're not exactly the right mixing that we want, but they work. And as you walk inside, it transitions to the interior music. It's a little broken, but it wasn't before. And like I said before, you can see the sky from pretty much everywhere in the whole game, so you can watch the sunset from up here if you want. You can see, watch the sky turn orange, and then eventually you see the nighttime lights. And that blue light coming in is the moonlight that I mentioned before. So the other thing that we added is, I guess it's not very realistic to assume that it's going to be sunny every day on Rhythm. So we actually added the ability to have very overcast or cloudy days as well. And eventually there'll be the occasional thunderstorm, perhaps, to sustain all of that growth, all of that life that you see on Jungle Island and elsewhere. Yeah, so that's our sky, which we're very proud of. And so then the one last feature that I want to share with you for your consideration before we leave Prison Island is what we call nightclub mode. It will not be a feature of the final game, but it's fun for testing.
Zib, like Gan, you know you're playing God, right?
Dance.
If I lived on a planet like that. What time is it?
Just so you know, I've never run this on Windows before. So it'll be working in the final version.
Damn it, Ken! It's awesome. Actually, this one really damn.
So we can come back to that later. Alright, so on my computer I have the following video edited together with music, but I don't have that version here, so I'm just going to play music and we'll pretend it's going along with the video. So this is what we have so far of another island. This is Boiler Island. And again, we're very proud of the accuracy of these models. Boiler Island has been put together using a camera matching technique that we've developed, which is basically like a basic form of triangulation using the screenshots from the original game, which ensures that it's very, very accurate because we can line up objects exactly with the original screenshots, so we know exactly where everything goes. So that's what we have with Boiler Island, and it's coming along very nicely. So that's all of the game content that I have to share with you. There's one other subject I wanted to briefly touch on before I open it up to questions, and it's been a subject of much speculation among the community for a very long time, so I'm glad that I'm able to finally give you some news on that. and that subject is cyan. So within the last year, we've been going through some negotiations with Cyan Worlds, and it's safe to say that they are very supportive of us. They like our project a lot, they like us a lot, and they are willing to allow us to continue developing our game, which is very good news, because we were somewhat concerned about that at the beginning. And even more than that, they actually offered to share with us the original Riven source files, which is a better outcome than we could have possibly dared to dream about, because that's pretty much the best possible thing you can have access to if you're trying to recreate a game, the original source files for that game. And we figure that even if we can't use those models directly in our game, they'll at least be very, very, very good reference material, and will save us a lot of time trying to find various angles for a specific object when you just have the object that you can look at directly, not to mention the texture files and sounds and all of that. So it's a very exciting time for our project. I am obviously a huge fanboy of Cyan and Riven, so this is like a dream come true for me. I'm very happy, and I'm happy that I can finally share that with all of you, because people keep asking me about it. Yeah, it's cool. So I don't have my PowerPoint, so I don't remember if there's anything else that I was going to talk about, but I guess I can answer questions now if people have them, and maybe we can get the lights back up too.
See if anybody in the chat room has a question.
I guess the video wasn't working?
Oh, it wasn't?
Ah, again.
Maybe they just heard us going, ooh, wow.
4 missed calls, 3 texts. Didn't stream pop.
We never
So
saw
wait,
the gameplay.
the gameplay didn't. All right, I'll run it in like
Run it in window, yeah.
I'll run it again. I'll show you guys, and I guess I can answer questions while I'm doing that. We can multitask.
Okay, I'm good.
If people have questions. Well, I mean, I don't know what resolution we're running at here, so I'm calling it a day. It's probably too big, actually. The cursor doesn't necessarily work in the middle of it. Is that? I know, I was trying to open the chat window. Basically, this everything is in. Got it, Everett. Alright. So I'll just briefly go over the features that I outlined before. We've got birds in the sky when they fly around again. There's 2 little birds. They're quite nice. There's a starfish. Oh yeah, there's another starfish. There might be a 3rd one actually. Yeah, there's one there. It's like finding journey plots.
It could be an Easter egg. Find all the starfish.
Click them and unlock an Easter egg.
There you go. Make it so if you click on it,
What did you
they're
do?
locked.
The cursor isn't locked. I don't know why.
Can they see it now?
Yeah, I think they can see it now. You guys can see it now, right?
Close.
Well, they're saying it's awesome and nice, so.
I guess they can see it.
And then the other main thing was the sky. So we've got moving clouds, we've got the sun that moves very, very fast, if you want it to. And we've got cloudy days.
I like how the sun seems bigger when it's cloudy.
Yeah, it diffuses through the clouds. It's very nice. You can just barely, you can't see it because the lights are on, but you can just barely see the stars through the clouds. I'm gonna geek out, but it's like the scene in Lord of the Rings where they're in Mordor and they look up and they see the one star through the cloud. I'm just like, yeah.
That's perfectly acceptable.
Can't wait for this.